What is going on today? We're talking about what Elon Musk is holding, how you and I can benefit, and where the future, the progression of society is moving into cryptocurrency, the trends. It's like the migration of when people were moving from the east, gonna go settle in the west, in the wild west, and we don't know where they're headed out, but this is a nice projection on where they're going, so that you and I can make some serious profit on this, getting in really, really early on the cryptos that matter. If you're new to this channel, my name is Aaron. I'm on a journey to one Bitcoin, okay? I'm not your financial advisor, and this is never financial advice. I'm a cowboy. Check the hat. I give cowboy advice, okay? So you can't sue for that. I have a little lizard brain, gorilla arms, and diamond hands exploring the wild west of cryptocurrency. If you want to explore it with us, with me and a whole bunch of other wild cowboys riding together, making money moves, hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell for any updates. Give us a like button on this channel because you are feeling generous. You want to help grow this platform. Of course, join the Telegram. Why? Because that is where we talk about the money moves, the different coins that we're talking about, the price points, the exits, the entries, and all that kind of stuff. A lot of tips that I give out before I even release videos, it all goes there. Now, and it's completely like it's Telegram, it's for free. So get in there and start chatting away. There's about 1,000 of us in there. It's amazing. It's awesome. A lot of bigger brain people in there than me. Now, over the last few days, there was this event held called the B Word event, and it's, I guess, B Word, it stands for Bitcoin, but it really should stand for boring because it was a snooze fest. The best thing about that was maybe Kathy Wood or Ark Invest, you know what I mean? Like, she was pretty entertaining, but Elon was talking about what he holds, okay? And he personally said that he holds Dogecoin and Bitcoin and Ethereum, okay? That's what he's holding. See, he said he personally owns Ether and naturally Dogecoin because and Bitcoin and some things that I could and Bitcoin. So one thing that I could kind of surmise is that, hey, he's not going to say anything negative about Dogecoin. He holds Doge. He probably holds a whole bunch of Dogecoin. Why would he like tank Dogecoin like he does tank other coins? Honestly, he wouldn't do so bad on Bitcoin either because he still holds, his companies hold, these things. So this is something that we should be taking note of. Hey, you know what? Maybe I'm not a Dogecoin holder. I'm not a Dogecoin fan, but maybe Dogecoin is something that we should be buying into. Why? Because this man who has a lot of power in it, and he shouldn't, he shouldn't, but for some reason he does. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, three things that really is something that's worthwhile to, buying into. I think it's something that you should be looking into. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor. I wouldn't advise for Dogecoin. I do advise for, well, not advice, I'm just saying, some dude on the street saying, dude, what's up with these series? To Ethereum and Bitcoin for sure. Now, something else that's interesting that I wanted to see is that SpaceX and Tesla hold Bitcoin. And here's what I was thinking. Okay, I guess it's not a surprise. Tesla has always held Bitcoin for a long time. I think they bought into $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in February. That's still there. They still own that. And so with the investment rising to $2.5 billion before the bear cycle began, here's the thing. He never disclosed that that SpaceX owns Bitcoin until yesterday's event. Made me ask the question, what other companies does Elon get into? And so I wanted to ask that question. Elon Musk, engineer, designer, best investments include PayPal holding SpaceX, DeepMind, Tesla, The Boring Company. So one thing I do know is that The Boring Company is his company. So he could be potentially having Bitcoin in The Boring Company. And if you don't know how these companies work, they all have their own P&Ls, profit and loss statements. They all have their own balance sheets. They all have their separate cash funds. And so if Tesla and SpaceX are buying to Bitcoin, I could bet you Boring Company is buying into Bitcoin. I bet you that a whole bunch of other these CEOs like Kathy Wood, she's probably owned more Bitcoin in other places, in different companies, in different, like you have zero, like we have zero idea on how much Bitcoin these guys really own, which leads to the reason why, hey, the market had just shot up recently, like today and yesterday, and it shot up like as much as 30% for some coins, as little as 9, 8, 10% in other coins. And I think that's a big reason. I think Elon Musk, right? This is the Motley Fool. Elon Musk was a big contributing factor to that, and talking about, candidly about his holdings. But I also think that the prices were just really good. I mean, like the prices were like Bitcoin dropped under $30,000, and I think it's just a good time to buy. Like I think there's a lot of sentiment in buying more Bitcoin at these price levels. I'm not sure if I see it dropping any further anymore to like 25. I don't know. We keep testing that, and it keeps coming back. So I think people still are holding on to. I think these big hedge funds, they're seeing like this opportunity, and hopefully they're buying, and they're probably buying in, which leads to like the next thing is that these hedge funds are coming into it. And like JP Morgan is giving access to their clients about crypto funds. And it's interesting how they're doing it. They're saying, we can't advise you, sir, to buy this, but we are offering Bitcoin. We know there's high demand, and we know people want to do it. And we can't give financial advice on it. It's like what I say, right? I can't give financial advice. I don't want to get sued. And I think that's them too. They don't want to give financial advice because they don't want to get sued. There's regulation. These guys can sue them for giving terrible financial advice on something that's speculative. But there's like this thing that's like it's unsaid. It's unsaid. It's like saying, hey, welcome to the restaurant. I'm not saying get the steak, but I'm not saying get the steak. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like you're offering it to your clients. We're not saying to buy Bitcoin, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, obviously you're saying to buy Bitcoin, but you just can't legally say it. And I think it's pretty a smart move. And the reason why is that they don't have any responsibility if they lose money on it. They don't hold any orders. I told you not to invest. And that's me. That's the same thing as YouTuber. Like I told you, I'm not a financial advisor. If you lost money, that's on you. Okay, you mistimed the coin, you mistimed the entry or exit, you mistimed it or whatever for whatever reason, or it just tanked or whatever. But if you did make money, it's on you too. It's not on me. Don't blame. Don't give me. Don't congratulate me for doing that. Now, what ends up happening really is that if you make money, you'll be like, oh, he was right. So he just comes back. And so that's the same to JP Morgan. That's the same for any crypto YouTuber or whatever. Like if you lose money, it's on you. All right. If you make money, it really is on you. But psychologically, you're like, man, I'm going to come back to that guy and see what he said because he was right about the first time. So I think that's what's happening with JP Morgan. I think that's what's going on, which led me to the other question. Hey, how are these big companies, Tesla, Bitcoin, how are they buying into it? How are they buying more Bitcoin? SpaceX, they have so much money. Wouldn't the market just shoot up like in price if they just keep on dropping billions of dollars? And the answer is no. They take their 1.5 billion or how much they're putting into Bitcoin, they spread it out and they trickle it out and they dollar cost average in amongst a whole bunch of different wallets. They spread all of that out and they start buying little pieces at a time. So the market, the price doesn't go up on them. It doesn't shoot up as they keep on buying. I mean, they would wreck the market if they keep on buying this kind of stuff that at those quantities, at those prices. That's too much. What they're doing is they're doing it a little bit at a time so no one really notices. You and I don't catch on and we don't buy our Bitcoin. You and I, our number one goal as cowboys is to get one Bitcoin. We need to be a whole coiner. If you already have that, congratulations, get 2, all right? Get 3, get 4, because that's what these guys are doing. And so I think this is where the trend is. Basically saying, hey, look, Michael Saylor said this. He was quoting someone else. Find out where people are headed and buy land there before they get there. And that's where people are headed. Everyone's headed to blockchain. Everyone's headed to Bitcoin. The future financial systems of the world will be built on blockchain. Blockchain will be storing their monetary energy, their store of value into Bitcoin. It's good. And these are not just the retail. These are like these big institutionals, investors, these big hedge funds, these big money, big whales. They're all headed to Bitcoin to store their money. And that's where you and I need to get there too before these prices run up and totally price us out of the market anyway. This is just like a fear of mine. I'm not sure if it's a rational fear, but I just want that one Bitcoin so badly. I'm doing anything I can to get there, and I want you and I to go there together. If you want to join me, we need lizard brains, gorilla arms, and diamond hands, and we're going to explore the wild west of cryptocurrency together for that one Bitcoin. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the moon.